Welcome back to Hermitcraft. All right. Yeah. Let's murder some pigs. I think it sounds like a great way to start the episode, huh? Although it's not nearly as much fun since they changed how the sword works. Not a fan of that. I mean, granted, now you can hit more than one of them at once. That's cool. Alright, let's leave those go. And we got Mr. Smart Alec here, thinks he can get away with things. Or from things. And there are far too many sheep in here. Okay, that's better. Missed one. I'll leave these two. And now, where's the beef? Right here. Yeah, not bad. Okay, well, as you can see, the critter farming is a roaring success. Did I miss a drop down here? No. Alright, yeah. Lots of cows, lots of sheep and pigs. But you know something? I missed something. See, the whole reason for this, and the reason I'm not using a fire aspect sword, is that this is all for the villager trading. And the butchers have this funny habit of wanting to buy raw meat, not cooked. Okay, that'll be enough for now. So anyway, yeah, they want to buy raw meat. And of course leather. And I don't know if they buy mutton or not. So far I haven't seen any of that, but then again I haven't gotten very far into the butcher's trades and whatnot. And oh yeah, cow heads. I've also got sheep heads. Have I acquired any pig heads yet? No. I guess I'm not very pig-headed. At least not yet. Anyway, what's missing here? That's what's missing. Chickens. And it's really annoying because since I moved out here and started setting things up, I have gone out of my way to slaughter chickens at every opportunity. Because I despise chickens. Chickens are evil on a scale with the Enderman. I mean, I hate chickens almost as much as I hate Enderman. And that, my friends, is saying a lot. A whole lot. So that means that I'm now going to have to take my leads and go on off over there to neighboring terrain over there and see about collecting some chickens to bring them back here. Another project that I'm going to be working on, probably off camera for the most part, is this wall. You'll recall there was a kind of it wanted to be a ravine sort of thing in here, and it opened up to a cave here, and actually I can show you. See? Another bit of cave over here, and And there was a zombie spawner over here. Yeah. I have decided that I want this thing completely filled in. Now, I've brought some cobblestone down there. There's some cobble in a chest down there that'll do for that. And I'm just going to fill this thing with cobblestone or granite or whatever I can find to fill it in with. Because it just strikes me as wrong that a fortified wall like this is like open season underneath, and you know, nobody has to worry about the wall because they can just walk under it. Not gonna cut it. Anyhow, I'm going to take a walk over to this neighboring area. Actually, I should be able to head off this way. See if I can find some chickens. And that's going to be cute, leading chickens on a leash. Anybody ever done that? I don't know if I don't recall if I've ever seen anybody take chickens on a leash, but off in this area over here, I do believe there are some. This is where I got the pigs when it came their turn. I don't know, is that chickens over there, or is that just some white flower or something? No, they're yellow flowers. All right. Okay. It's amazing. Only in Minecraft could you confuse a chicken for a flower. That's awful. That really is really awful. Okay, meanwhile, while I'm doing this inanity, somebody really needs to mow the lawn around here. Freaking tall grass is too tall, and there's too much of it. But whatever. Alright, come on, chickens. I swear, chickens were all over the place. And I've been killing chickens over in my area over there, but I haven't come all the way out here to do it. I mean, I hate chickens, but I don't want to give them the satisfaction of chasing after them for so long and so far either. Which is why I really hate the fact that I'm out here doing this now. But the butchers want to buy raw chicken. And I can get behind that because it means I get to slaughter chicken. Because by raw, they don't mean live. Oh man, this is so ridiculous. Out here hunting for chickens. Anyway, while I'm doing this, the wall is a little bit on hold because I've got to clear out, I've got a lot more landscaping to do to make the way for it. And I should be able to have that done reasonably soon, by the end of the week or something like that, I hope. And also, another phase of my overall plan is coming into time for itself. And that is, it's time to get started on the mob farm. Now, I set up a couple of chests early on. Like in the first few episodes, I'm pretty sure. That were set aside for holding materials I was going to need to build the thing with. Wow, I'm all the way over here already? Ugh. And during this time, I've been working on collecting the necessary materials, cooking up well over a double chest of smooth stone, and collecting little bits of things here and there. And yeah. Well, I finally have gotten all of it put together. And so I'm going to be starting on that project in the real world, like in the morning real world time. And that should pretty well take care of it. It's going to be a good sized project. It should make for a decent time lapse. Oh, you. Let's get some light in here. As apparently, I'm going to be waiting for daylight because I do not choose to mess with these idiots out there. Well, having left the village and proceeded onward in my quest for chicken, I have so far found precisely squat. I haven't seen it. Is that a chicken? No, it looks like the head of a sheep. Actually, it was the back end of a sheep. Which is probably still preferable to chicken, but hey, what the heck. Villagers are going to want to buy chicken. And I'm having a doggone time finding it, which is really amazing because this area was completely and totally infested with chickens. Now, like I said, around the base, I've been slaughtering them relentlessly because I don't want those things walking around loose around there. I should have thought ahead and captured some and put them in a pen some time ago. At the very least, I could have had a hopper or two collecting eggs and storing them in a chest for when I was going to need more. But it didn't actually even occur to me that the villagers were going to want to buy raw chicken. Isn't that a mess? Anyway, that is why I'm out here exploring the local neighborhood looking for chickens. And I'm finding all kinds of things that are not chickens. And it's amazing. I came down to this area one time fairly early on looking for spruce wood, and I cut down a few trees and grabbed some saplings and went back. But there were chickens all over the place. Not anymore. And I didn't kill that many of them. I know there were chickens here when I left. As a matter of fact, just a few days ago, inside the fort walls, there were chickens running about. I know, because I went out of my way to slaughter them. And when I was out in that field going after pigs, there were chickens about there too. And now we have the great chicken drought. You know, the great chicken blight. Or, well, I guess a blight of chickens would actually be a population explosion. A shortage of chicken. Suffice it to say, Colonel Sanders has got nothing going on here. Oh, man. Probably what I'm going to have to do is look ask around and see if anybody has a surplus of chicken or no, well, not chicken, chickens and or eggs, and collect them that way, which honestly strikes me as being a whole lot more sensible way to go about it than the idea of coming out here with a lead to take a chicken back to base on the end of a leash. I was prepared to do it, as silly and ridiculous as it would look and be, but there are no chickens. No chicken soup for you. Oh, are you kidding me? That's just coming down here as if that had just now generated? Okay, that means nobody's been through here before. And there's lots of beef around, which if I was looking for beef, they would all be chickens. Not a chicken anywhere. This is crazy. I mean, I've traveled most of a Minecraft day, generally in the same sort of direction, and I have still not yet located chicken. There are cows, there's sheep. I even found some wolves back there in that taiga area. More sheep. This is crazy. In the time I've been on this world, right from day one, chickens seemed like they were everywhere. And it's like, there are no chickens. It's like there's been a chicken apocalypse. Wow. A chicken apocalypse, and I missed it. I mean, I'd have brought popcorn for that. Oh, wow. This is so totally ridiculous. Yeah. The complete and total, utter absence of chicken. Any other time, I would consider this to be an awesome event. To travel this far and not see one chicken anywhere. Seriously, there's been times I'd have paid real money to see that happen. All this time with no chicken. Oh, and of course, what do I hear but the sickening croak of an Enderman? I wouldn't be surprised if they're involved. Maybe they've got some kind of chicken amnesty program or something, chicken relief or whatever, you know, where they're hauling them off someplace. This is ridiculous. Can you imagine? Have you ever traveled this far in Minecraft without seeing a chicken? This is unheard of. I know, I've never heard of it. Alright, time to get up there and have a better look around. Not that I expect to actually see a chicken from a distance in a roofed forest. And I know I'm not going to find any up here, but I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to find any anywhere. Ah, heck with it. Okay. Still, the absence of chicken. Otherwise, this is a situation to be celebrated. And of course, the one time I'm looking for chicken, there isn't any chicken anywhere. This is just so Murphy's Law, it isn't funny. That is incredible. No chickens. Craziness unbound. Of course, like I said before, I know that if I were looking for pigs or sheep or cows, then there would be a wealth of chickens everywhere. Crowds of them, herds of them. Packs, flights, squadrons, whatever you want to call it. The foul beasties would be everywhere. Especially if I happen to step near a lava pit. Because you just gotta know they'd be coming up behind me every step of the way. If I was after dogs, yeah, there'd be chicken. This is insanity. All right. Anyway, I hope you have found my frustration at the chicken level to be entertaining, because as frustrating as it is, it's absolutely freaking hilarious. It is. It is totally hilarious. It is so incredibly Murphy's Law of me to go looking for chicken and not find even a feather. I mean, seriously. It's crazy. This kind of terrain has normally got chickens all over the place. You know, at least there's, you'd see one every few minutes, at the very minimum. But there's none of them. Not one. This is so crazy. It's like every chicken in Minecraft has died. So I'm probably going to be asking around if anyone has live chickens, or better yet, eggs. And we'll see about that. This is so crazy. I cannot hardly believe it. Like I said, this is so totally Murphy's Law. We got wolves. We have cows and pigs. I've seen an occasional skeleton, spiders, creepers, zombies, every Minecraft mob out there just about, even the squid and the squid out there in the ocean. But no chicken. No chicken for me. Oh boy. I mean, I have wished for situations like this where there is no chickens around, because I truly do despise the things. They're foul, nasty, evil beasts, and they're listed as a passive mob, but they may be passive, but they're none too peaceful, let me tell you. How many times have you been pushed into lava or off a cliff or something like that because a chicken was nearby and feeling just a little bit mischievous or what have you? Yeah, you know it's happened. Well, how about I almost killed him. And now we have a chicken on a leash. And I feel sillier than ever before, leading a chicken on a leash. Of course, that's got to be better than a chicken, than leading it with a handful of seed. Of course, I have to get it over there. And the little bugger slipped a leash. Or broke it. Where the heck did it go? You! You with the no fall damage. Alright. I don't hardly believe I'm doing this. I'm going to build a shelter for the chicken to keep it from getting away. I am not trying to preserve its life. I am just simply extending it. Get in there, you. Go on. All right. Okay, that should keep the chicken from getting away. And I am going to need to build a little bridge over there, which means I'm going to probably end up having to go get more cobblestone. And I hope this thing doesn't despawn in the process of me doing that. So how about I just gather a bunch of dirt instead? Because I can get that without going far enough to get cobble. Yeah. I'm going to grab a bunch of dirt, get a bridge made over to where I can get this sucker inside the wall, and I'll be back. Well, as you might surmise from my tearing down the bridge that I just went to build, I've changed my mind. I'm going to do something else with this idiot. First, I need to dig down low enough so that I'm working with something a little more, something that doesn't have the gravity issue sand has. make sure of where the chicken is. Oh, you're going to be that kind of pain in the butt. All right, move over. All right, the chicken is there. All right, so I will go in here precisely like so, making it a point not to break the sandstone. And I will set down a chest and put down a hopper feeding into it. Shift click. And now all right, I will get this right. All right, break that, trap the chicken in there. All right, now chicken stays there. I hang around nearby so that the foul beastie does not despawn. Chicken will, as chicken does, lay eggs. The hopper will catch them, direct them into a chest, from which I will be able to retrieve them at my leisure after spending an unfortunate amount of time sitting here babysitting the aforementioned chicken. But I think that this is better, preferable, and infinitely more dignified than leading a chicken on a leash. There are some things that are just too much to ask. Yeah, this guy will get me a double chest full of eggs, and then I will leave him here. Or kill him, or whatever, or drown him, or I don't know. But that's going to be the answer to getting my poultry farm started. This chicken will take care of that, and then this chicken will cease to be a problem. And I think that's going to be about it for right now. I did not anticipate the great search for chicken to be such a long drawn-out affair. I really didn't. Coming up soon, you recall on this side of the wall, about halfway up the hill there, I had a shaft coming up out of the ground from an area that I was going to designate as a storage area. Well, some 200 and some odd blocks straight up from that, I'm going to be building a mop farm. And yeah, that's going to be a job and a half. It's taken me like a month to put together all the materials I needed for it. So this ought to be good. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.